I know you're anxious to get going this morning, but Steph and I wanted to talk about the PLC process for a little bit. We think there's been some confusion about the term mission statement. And as you're determining your SMART goals, the thing that we just want to remind you is that you are examining your current reality in order to determine your mission for your department or your PLC. For some of you, the current reality may mean looking at MCA data, and for others, it's just taking a hard look at the current situation with regard to achievement and learning. What are some of the inhibitors to achievement and learning, and what is something that we have control over and can work to change or improve for our students? Basically, we want you to be looking at the end game. The speaker that we had at the beginning of the year, Dave Weber, said that one of the things that we should do is know where you want to be on the last day of class. So what we want to encourage you to do is, as you're looking at SMART goals and thinking about SMART goals, build toward that end with regard to skills and essential outcomes. What do you want the last day of class to look like? As you and your PLC group think about where you are in the process, here are the 4 PLC questions with correlating tasks and goals. From now on, this checklist will be on your agenda forms and you'll be able to use it as a reference. As you formulate your SMART goals, we hope this will be a helpful resource to you and your PLC group. As you probably have discovered, you can find all sorts of definitions of SMART goals online. This is the PLC definition. So for educators, we want our goals to reflect these 5 words. First of all, we want it to be strategic, which means we want to be specific about who and what is targeted in the goal. We also want it to be measurable. How will progress be measured from start to finish? What evidence will be used to show progress or achievement? It has to be something attainable. It should be something realistic and relevant that can actually be done. And as it says, oftentimes this involves focusing on new or different skills or changing attitudes. A SMART goal should also be results-oriented. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And lastly, the goal needs to be time-bound. By when will the goal be achieved? In looking at this slide, you'll notice that the example references some testing or proficiency data in order to determine the SMART goal. The group has looked at the reality, and now they're determining a goal based on that data. But not every group or PLC has that kind of data to use. Or sometimes the group or PLC has determined that there's just something more pressing or a different goal that needs to be addressed first. As you discuss your current reality, we again would encourage you to think about 2 questions. Number 1, what do you want to have happen and by when? And how will you know that you were successful in achieving that goal? This, of course, leads to the last sentence on the slide. SMART goals are strategic because they incorporate the use of a strategy, or if you want, more than one, to achieve the goal. The goal is the overall focus. Here is the final and probably most important thought about SMART goals. Please take a minute to read and reflect on the paragraph from the book Learning by Doing, which is the PLC handbook. As we get started in the PLC process this morning, we encourage you to take another look at your SMART goal to make sure that it satisfies the 5 criteria. Is it strategic? Is it measurable? Is it attainable? Is it results-oriented? And is it time-bound? As you consider your PLC conversations, what is it that you and your PLC team are willing to do or change in order to increase student engagement, achievement, and learning? Thanks for all you do for the students at Willmar Senior High School. Have a great day.